Welcome back to social science class. I'm Naveen. In the previous class, we have discussed regarding the our constitution. Under that, I have discussed what is the constitution and what do you mean by preambles, and uh, we have to what are the silent features of our constitution. Our constitution is written and lengthiest constitution, partially flexible and partially rigid constitution, parliamentary form of the government, republic system, federal system, fundamental rights, fundamental duties, directives, principle of state policy. In today's class, I am going to talk more on fundamental rights. What is the fundamental rights? Fundamental rights provide the social, political atmosphere necessary for the development of personality of citizen. They are required for a person to lead civilized life in society. They are also essential for success of a democracy. There are seven fundamental rights mentioned in the third part of our constitution. However, 44th amendment, the right to property has been abolished. There are six fundamental rights as present: right to equality, right to freedom, the right to freedom from exploitation, the right of freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, the right of constitutional remedies. Right to equality, article number 14 to 18. Right, this right is very essential for the success of democracy. Under this, all citizens are equal socially and economically before the law. All are equal before the law and nobody is above the law. All should get equal protection of the law, and no should be discriminated against on the basis of their caste, religion, gender, gender or place of birth. No citizen should be subjected to any restrictions with the regard to access to shops, public restaurant, hotels, places of public entertainment or public places of worship. Under this right, untouchability is an offense. This right has enabled every citizen to get equal opportunity to join government services. Second one, the right to freedom, article number 19 to 22nd. It is the one of the important fundamental rights. Under this right, no one express his own opinion, to conduct meetings without arms, to establish organization, to live anywhere in India and to follow any profession and more around the country. It is protective right, and also no one can be arrested without proper reason. No state law can snatch the life and freedom of a citizen. Next is right against exploitation, article number 22nd and 24. The abolition of tracking in human beings and beggar forced labor. The main aim of this right to prevent exploitation of women, children, the poor and the weaker section. Beginning the Devadasi system, the practice of sati, immoral activities or forced labor have been prohibited. Employment of children under 14 years of age in mining, industries and other dangerous occupation is punishable under law. Right to freedom of religion, article number 25 and 28. Since India is a secular country, uh, no religion has been given no sorry big since India is a secular country, no religion has been given a status of national religion. Citizen can accept the religion that their consciousness practiced in the propagate it. No one can be forced to pay taxes of their management of religious institution, use of religious places for political and other activities has been prohibited in the country. Cultural and educational rights, article number 29 to 30. All the citizens of the country have their own language, script and culture. It is the duty of the state to protect them. This is a right protects and the interest of religion and linguistic minorities. No one can be denied admission in the government aided institution or institution run by minorities. Though the 86th amendment to the constitution in 2002, education has been made a right under article 21A. Under this right, the state should provide compulsory and free education for all the children aged between 6 to 14 years. The Karnataka government has brought into practice the Right to Education Act RTE in 2009. Right to constitutional remedies, Article 32nd. The Constitution has not only given fundamental rights to the citizen of India but also guaranteed under the Article 32. Whenever the rights are violated either by a person or a state, either by a person or a state government or the central government, the citizen may appeal directly to the Supreme Court for their protection. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar has called the right the heart and soul of the Constitution. If any individual or government at the center and the state appeal to violate person's right, he has the right to approach Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is empowered enforce the fundamental rights. Hence, it is called the protector of fundamental rights. Even the High Court have the power to pass the following rights under the Article 226, that is mandam arms, prohibition, co-warrant and all those things. We are going to discuss more on this in the upcoming classes, and in the next classes we are going to talk more on the fundamental rights, fundamental duties and directive principle of state policy. Thank you for watching video. Stay tuned to GJS. Have a great day ahead.